not to be a liability at the war. Best to find peace, and you know, I'm looking at the long-term benefits rather than the short-term one.
Ah, it was working. He wasn't feeling those dark jolts of eldritch energy. He wasn't feeding the Iblis stone. Even the fleet smelt good, somehow. He was ready. He was ready.
Ooh.
Renato had it all squared away in his head. He would kill the Emperor. Isengrim III had begun well, but he had gone mad. He was trying to invoke the lost gods by means of dark, blasphemous rituals. That was a secret. But the victims had spoken to Renato. The ghosts had spoken. No. No anger. Renato could not afford anger. It was empowering the crystal in his sword. That made him stronger, but it clouded his mind. He would not be a hero. A hero strives. Renato would just be one with everything. The Emperor would die, and the wheel would turn, and all would be restored without rancor, without sorrow, without pain.
Yeah, but if you kill the Emperor, you still gotta deal with Zenobia. I mean, it is her father. There'll still be pain. Okay, so that's at max. Looks like I can finally afford to make Winterthorn. Let's do it. Freeze enemies. I like that.
This sword from the frigid north was really useful for making popsicles and birdicles.
Okay. I just realized this has a face on it. And so does this one. Oh, it's only on one side as well. What is this? Only on one side? Yeah, only on one side. I don't think this one will have a face, will it? Alright, let's look at it. Let's go onwards to battle. My, doesn't this look familiar? Oh wait, I need the void sword for that one. I don't know why I looked at that.
The portal was heavily guarded. It must go someplace it really didn't want it to go.
Ouch. Ah, man. Wrong button.
I needed a dead, silent type.
Yes, treasure. Thank you. Let's do it. Once again. Same old story. What the?
It was definitely easier to fight inanimate objects.
Perfect. Let's go back to... I like the ice sword, actually. Okay, so they were just cracked already. But the treasure chest is still there.
Who made all these ore chests anyway? Well, you could have quite a business doing that.
Oh no, does that lighting up do anything? Really? Ooh. Ouch. I changed my mind. I'm going back to fire. Man, I need to build that void blade as soon as possible.
Within your aerobics trace. Am I right?
Some of the jokes in this game, I'm not saying they're bad, but a little cliche. Just a little. Oh man, I thought I grabbed it. Damn it. Getting complacent again. Come on, don't get tired.
But the more he thought about it, and he had so much more time to think about it now that he was not worrying about the battle, killing the Emperor would not change anything. Another would take his place. Perhaps Zenobia. Perhaps the Speaker of the Rebel Council, and power would corrupt them too, and death would make grief, and grief would lead to hatred. He must lead by example. Reject the violence. Reject the desire to create violence. But how?
That's the question, isn't it? Something we should learn today in our society. Let's heal up a little bit. Thank you. Actually, the ice not too bad. If I can finish them off quickly.
This was definitely better than pulling yourself up in a fight.
What just happened there? I froze for a moment. Whoops.
Always a rush.
Man, I tend to do things without even thinking. Terrible. Ooh, new area. Ooh, what's that? Does it provide them? Enchanters can buff and heal enemies. Buffed ravens are very dangerous. Got it. So you are my target. Holy shit. I can't believe I died. Nah. Not acceptable. Not acceptable at the least. No more dying out loud. I totally did not see that coming. I didn't think they'll be that strong. There you go. Now what are you gonna enchant? There we go. Ooh. Now that looks nice. Just gotta check the area for treasure chests.
Finally, he came to the Emperor's ship. The path behind him was strewn with dead ravens. The path to enlightenment. His mistake, he realized, was trying to change the world. The world would spin and the wheel would revolve whether he strove against it or not. What he had to do was nothing. He had attained enlightenment. He sat down, adopted a full lotus position, and began to meditate. And all around him, the warriors stopped fighting too. They knew. They could feel his enlightenment. They gave up fighting, dropped their weapons, and became his disciples. No, just kidding. The nearest raven stabbed him with a sword and then chopped off his head. I might not have thought this through properly. Thought Renado's head as it rolled around the deck and died.
Whoa.
Renado stared at the book. He was still alive. Again. And still only flying away from burning Ubar. Had he lived that adventure? Or only dreamt it? Had he really died? It felt so real, not like a dream at all. And he'd lost again. Oh, he hated that. But he had made different choices. And he'd lost in a different way. It was the book, wasn't it? Oracles showed you your destiny. But this was showing him different ways he could die miserably. Thanks a bunch, book, he thought. But these were destinies that he did not have to fulfill. But he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
Absolutely. And now we know. New story completed. Story 15, Return of the Hippie. Ah, what kind of hero are you? A hero who transcends being a hero to become one with everything. New truth revealed. The Iblis Stone corrupts anyone who uses it. Reward tier 3 skills unlocked. Very nice. Return of the Hippie. And don't think twice. I love how they light up. That's pretty cool. Okay, so there's a much longer path, I'm assuming, for or more decisions for the Sky Ripper. And then there's a path with Zenobia, which I've yet to unlock.